And we're set to go. Jorja Johnson to serve. And first point to the Johnsons.
Just a slight delay here as the referee confirms that was a point.
And that one wide from Dekel bar. And tough start here.
Got to be aggravating if you tuned in earlier. The continuation of Dekel and Hunter against the Johns. They're on the receiving end of 6 unfortunate neck cord winners.
See those quick hands from J-Dub.
And a rare whiff on the overhead there by J-Dub. Ends up sailing out. So they're out to a quick 5-0 lead.
And also Major League Pickleball teammates, JW and Jorja. And how about this, a 6-0 lead out of the gates.
That's how you draw it up. It's on the first serve.
Win percentage here on the Carvana PPA Tour, nearly 70%. A 6-0 spot here to start, and Tina Pisnik gets a little luck here for the side out.
0-6-1.
Is there a formula, Ryan, for competing well against or beating the Johnsons? Get your explanation here after this point.
It sounds kind of lame, but you know, you hope and pray a little bit that the floor and consistency from Jorja is going to be off. She's not as steady in and around kitchen and dinking and transition as J-Dub is, and sometimes they can both start slow. It's a thing within their partnership that sometimes rears its head, but otherwise it's really on you. Your floor has to be high. You got to be making balls, and got to be challenging Jorja in the right spots. I think something we've seen in men's is people trying to aggressively dink to J-Dub's outside backhand there. He doesn't do anything much more than slice it back, so you can try to roll and create pressure, get him moving.
So far, she has been outstanding.
Yeah, a nifty little flick there from Jorja. Lands in. So hard to judge that ball as it comes to your chest or shoulder. Most often we're thinking it's going out, but if it's got topspin, it can certainly fall in.
Dekel can't dig it out. Another point for the Johnsons as that lead continues to swell.
8-1-2. Point. Timeout, receiver 9-1-2.
Game planning, strategy, drafting, everything goes into it.
Side out.
As the next tour stop for that is Las Vegas next week.
1-9-1.
Carling Tennis Center, 95 degrees outdoors. Here we come.
point so far, won by Big D.
Yeah, good steady point there. Again, Tina doing such a good job with that assist, kind of setting up and moving the ball around for Dekel to be able to reach in and use that length.
Second serve.
Just critically important, as is always, getting into the kitchen using a combination of drives and drops. Give yourself a better chance to win the point. And that's something we haven't seen. Everyone for 2 years has really wanted the J-Dub forehand flick from the middle. It would make him even more potent than he already is.
Point.
And now game point coming up here for the Johnsons.
10-1. Second serve. Game point.
And I think the pros and cons of progression are starting to rear their head a little bit. It can be hard to get restarted. You know, if you and your partner are playing well in a day in traditional, you just keep rolling. You wait an hour and you get to go play again. Here, you got to get the mojo going right from the get-go.
And just wide off the paddle of Jorja. So for Barr and Pisnik, if you don't win this game one, put together some points here, establish a little momentum, it would certainly go a long way. Oh, tag that time as Johnson as she attacks the kitchen.
Ready, 10-1.
Beautiful.
Really great job from Jorja on the stretch, curling that back in. So
10-2.
incredibly important. You get to the outside of that ball.
Time out. Game point.
Barr goes for it on the serve, comes up empty.
10-3-1.
And now another game point for the Johnsons. And they make it 2 ATPs, just a little bit
Game
long.
point. 10-3-2. Point game.
So Jorja and J.W. Johnson near flawless in game one.
Guaranteed pickleball play every week. No hassle, no paddle stacking lines, no worries. Join a pickleball league today and up your game with competitive, consistent, well-matched play. Connect with your local leagues, check live rankings on your phone, and play with ease. Whether you're there to socialize with your community, network across the net, or have fun playing your favorite sport, leagues are a stress-free way to enjoy your play. Find your closest league at pickleball.com and click Leagues today to get started.
Come together in that 1 + 1 = 3 combination.
Time out.
And I think, Drew, that 70% win percentage would probably approach 85, 90% if we just did a look-back window of the last year. That they're just so consistent, and that's something we all continually underrate. When you expect people to get to semis and finals every week through thick and thin, and they do, really is a notch above.
Point. One, 0-1.
And for those of you who don't watch mixed doubles often, the top shelf team right now, Annalie Waters, Ben Johns, they won win number 200 this week here in Virginia Beach. So that is a career milestone, without a doubt.
Second serve.
And it's been fun to watch the reemergence, Ryan, of Riley Newman here in Virginia Beach, teaming with Jackie Kawamoto.
Very big weekend for Riley, and what we have to credit Jackie for her steadiness, her craftiness. She single-handedly won them the quarterfinal match against Federico and Rachel Rohrbacher. They've just been a fun duo that have some familiarity through their DC pickleball success. They're kind of coming up as the 9 seed. They're going to take on Ben and Annalie here on championship court.
So is there anything, Ryan, that Barn Pisnik can do more of to get back into this match?
Well, they need to avoid the crash and bash. The third shot drive of J-Dub and Jorja haven't been that cleanly blocked, and they've been followed up on, and that's led to a lot of fast and easy points for the Johnsons. So that's probably 80% of the battle right now. Is get into the point, give yourself a shot.
1-3-1. Second serve.
I think Drew, the small blessing in disguise is when you lose game one like that, so fast and kind of so poorly, it really isn't an incrimination of your strategy. It was just execution. So you don't really need to throw a curveball into your X's and O's. You just need to make the balls that you're used to making and then sort it out from there. If it was a close battle, but you were confusing yourself with strategy, then you may want to change it up.
Second serve. Three, 1-2. Side out. 1-3-1.
Oh, man.
Really good hands from Dekel to keep that point alive, and Jorja so good at kind of the spatial awareness and peripheral vision, knowing that Dekel was going to cheat middle, try to be more aggressive, went behind him. If you're Julie or Jorja or J-Dub himself, you want more of that. That's the shot that he should have in his bag, and this is the moment to try to use that. Slightly lower pressure, but certainly in game, in tournament.
Side out. 3-2-1. Point. 4-2-1.
And another put away for J.W. Johnson. Those wrists so quick. I would hate to be a fly if he had a fly swatter in his hand.
I would hate to be the ball. You know, see, we talked about that J-Dub was caught off guard. Tina went inside out, and he...
In Virginia Beach, the Johnsons so far have had their way against the team of Pisnik and Barr.
Nice backhand flick from Tina. Not afraid to go at J-Dub, but the important thing there is Dekel's ready because it's going to come back. It's just a matter of where and when.
Let's go. 2-6-1.
So it's been a continual uphill battle here for Barn Pisnik. J.W. Johnson just not making things any easier.
Some delicate gets by Jorja in the last few rallies.
Oh, man.
One of the best overheads in the game. He brings a lot of pace to it, can retreat on the run, and J-Dub probably applies the most angle to his forehand overhead.
6-1.
Brian, you kind of always know what you're going to get from the Johnsons. You also know what you're not going to get, and that's a lot of emotion. They are pretty stoic on the court.
They really are. They trust each other, and Jorja has been increasingly fiery in bringing the volume, especially within MLP. She likes to get fired up at key moments, but they don't always do it. I think they reserve it for the right context, where it's really go time, and in here it's been relatively easy cruising.
Point. 8-2-2.
And that's very rare. Again, I was texting with JW about this. He pulled it out in an early men's match, the two-handed backhand flick. He sometimes does it as a dink cross court, but he said, oh yeah, baby, it's here. I think he's starting to feel comfortable using it as a weapon to go at the person in front of him.
Yeah, he looked like Riley Newman on that shot. That is a shot that Newman has perfected the years.
2-9-1.
Warren Pisnik now running out of time. And running out of ideas as well.
2-9-2.
Good exchange there from both teams, and if you're listening at home, you know, the important part of speed ups isn't making it a clean winner. It's about getting the ball up so that you and your partner can follow up on that. And when you're playing with such a tight partnership, that half-ass hands like Jorja and J-Dub, it's a really compelling weapon to use more often than not.
Second serve.
When JW applies that left hand to his paddle, you know, now he's going to be able to hold that and make both of his opponents think about where he's going with it. You know, having just options is so incredibly important, whether you attack or not. It's just about kind of showing one look and having three places to go.
2-9-1.
Another side out here to Warren Pisnik. This could be last call for them, and finally they have been stuck on two forever. Still trailing by 6.
3-9-1. Second serve. 3-9-2. Point.
So now able to string a few together.
Four 9-2. Side out.
Dekel known for his lethal serves.
9-4-1.
Not seen that in this match, though.
Second serve. 9-4-2. Side out.
Door left slightly open here for the 7 seed.
4-9-1.
Really great job from Dekel and Tina. 7 or 8 touches to get into the kitchen there and extend the rally. Great defense on their part, fending off the J-Dub forehand.
So Ryan, this has been their best sequence here, the last 4 points for Pisnik and Barr. Let's see if they can keep it rolling. Pisnik tests the hands.
Tina on that, so nice little run for making notes and really trying to have incremental wins every week, whether you actually lost the match or not.
Second serve coming up. Also mentioned Pisnik's Olympic pedigree, 2 times, 2000 and 2004. Sydney and Athens, she competed for her country. And she knows one day, Ryan, the sport of pickleball will be in the Olympics.
I like that attitude, Drew. Drew, it will and should.
9-6-1. Point. 9-1.
So here we are, match point. The Johnsons have been in command since the start, looking to finish it off. And no stopping J.W. Johnson. Those lightning hands and the opportunistic Jorja Johnson next to him. They get it done in 2.
Guys, you've clinched your spot in Championship Sunday together as a duo. Really impressive play out there. Walk me through how you set up to play this match.
Well, there were a couple of senior pro guys who spotted us while we were warming up and asked if we wanted to play some points, and they got us a really good warm-up. Shout out to those guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys, and in this match, there were so many good points, and you guys came together so well as a team. What have you guys been working to put into the arsenal together to really become a formidable duo out there?
Speeding up a lot more. I felt like we were driving, crashing quite a bit, so just trying to be more aggressive as a team.
Guys, I know how competitive siblings can be. I certainly am with mine. What are family game nights like at the Johnson household?
We always have to be on the same team. That's how it works, and that's how we're able to play pickleball together and keep us apart.
Well, it's working well out here today for the both of you. Good luck on Sunday.